Hello everyone, welcome back to new video. Today we are going to talk some more things about the Python and Python variables part, like what all the variables and what all the declarations we have variables in Python, and how there are certain syntax, Python follows certain syntax and you have to move according to it. Okay, so let's begin with a quick practical. So today I am using a Linux machine of the AWS cloud. So let me quickly connect. I already started with the Linux machine. Let me quickly connect with my Linux machine. So on the top of the Linux machine, if you want to check with the version of the Python, which version of the Python we are using, so there is a certain commands to check the Python version. So before that, let me quickly log in into the root. Okay, sudo su hyphen, and let's check with which Python version you are using. So Python hyphen version, just give this. So Python doesn't found. Let's type Python 3. Okay, so we are currently using Python 3.9.16. Some Python doesn't support like some libraries we have, so we can check from this and we can upgrade to that particular version from -v. Okay, so what generally happens, let's enter into the Python environment. We have got the Python environment. So let's write something like aap kaise ho. Okay, we have write aap kaise ho. So they have just given syntax error, invalid syntax. So if you want, if you as a user you want Python to do your job, you want to learn syntax and interact with the Python, as Python language has its own rules and regulations. Okay, so when we are using in our system, we have to see above, you have to see we have written aap kaise ho. So it doesn't understand and throws syntax error, which means Python is not able to process it, not able to understand this part. So suppose if you want to store something in a variable like age is equals to 23, okay, and we write the age, we get 23, and if you again print the age, it will give the 23 as a page. Okay, so same method is if you assign one more variable x is equals to 10. Okay, x is equals to, then if you print x, value of x, you get the value of 10, and if you print in the double column, like which it's x as a string, so it will x as a string, like it's the value of x is integer, so it will not print the integer value, it will print the string value. Okay, so as you can see above, age is a variable where it stores 23 as a value. Okay, so variable, what is variable? Variable which contains value. Think of it's a container used in programming world to store different values. Variables are like to contains a value. Okay, so what's happening when you click age? Again, it shows value stored in its 10. It is stored in x variable, and print. Okay, this function, print is a function that anything as inside will be printed onto the user displays print. If we have written display print x, so it will display the variable what it stores the value of x as a 10, and where we have given to the double column means it will display as it is, it have been given to us. Okay, so as we have stored 5 in the variable x. Okay, we have stored let's suppose store 5 variable in the x. Okay, it is stored in the RAM, and nature of RAM is volatile, like it is not permanent. When power supply it cut off, stored in the data, RAM is lost. So hard disk is permanent in nature, data stored in hard disk is permanent, so it's getting stored into the RAM. So let me quickly show you how. Again, you go with the Python 3, and if you check the value of x, we did it will not give us the because it has been temporary. Before it was the temporary, and if you want to make the permanent, you have to store your data into the hard disk. Okay, now coming next, this is generally known as 3 columns. These are generally known as REPL. REPL stands for, R stands for read, E stands for evaluate, and P stands for print. Okay, REPL. Okay, that stands for read, evaluate, L stands for P stands for print, and L stands for loop. Okay, So it can print even without using variables also. Okay, like we have read, evaluate, print, and this is these three symbols are generally known as REPL. Okay, what I am talking about, this three symbols are generally known as REPL. So coming towards next point, let's talk about the list in data structure. Like we are talking about one topic in Python, that is list in data structure in Python. First of all, list is mutable, like you can change or you can add or you can do certain things on it. Like it is mutable, generally changeable. Okay, and this is ordered sequence of elements. Okay, so like we have, if we want to store a list into the variables, we have certain things like we have support database. Okay, database, in the database we want to store something. Let me store database is equals to, I'm just storing some variables like j, okay, then ram, then om. Okay, so as you hit enter, and if you again check with the DB, you get this is a list like Jai, Ram or Om. Like these are the certain names which we have got, and this is the list format. And if you want to check what is the type of DB, you can just check by type of DB. It will show you it's a classes list. Okay, and if you want to check x is equals to 10, what is the x over here? So again same as a type is of we are want to check type for x, it's a int, is a integer, it's a list. Okay, so like this you can check the type, what of the type we have, and like this we can create multiple lists. Suppose if you want to create one more list name as class is equals to suppose we are creating as a Python, okay, comma we are creating as a Java, comma we are creating as a C++. Okay, so as you hit enter, I think invalid syntax. Let me quickly give it another some name. Okay, so if you want to again print the class, we got this, and again if you want to check which type it is, so we can check, it will show you a list. Okay, it's a list. Now coming towards, we have stored the database in the variable db, here in the variable db in the form of list. So syntax for the list of the data structure is like any of the variable name is equals to variable 1, variable 2, variable 1, variable 2, variable 3. Like this you can store many of the data you want. So anything written in the above format will be stored in the form of list data structure. And type, here type is a function which we know type of data stored in the variable, like which type of data is stored in the variable. So data is stored in the list will be having an index value. This index values generally start from the 0. This index values generally start with the 1, and this are with the 2. Okay, so like here Python has an index value 0, Java has an index value 1, C++ has an index value 2. So index value for all stored data into the list always start with 0. Okay, so if you want to suppose if you want to extend append something into the in this particular class database, so there is a function the class dot append, and we want to append as a name as a golang. Okay, you can append anything, I'm just appending one name. Okay, we are appended, and if you want to get the name, so as you hit enter, you can see like we have one more like a name has been appended over here in this particular variable. Okay, so like this by append function, this append function, you can append how many names, what all the names you want to append in a particular list over here. So this was about in this video. Okay, if you have any quick query, you can ask me in my comment section, and let me conclude with one more part. Let me quickly show you one more. There is a one more thing, there is a length command. If you want to check the length of the what is the length of the like class, so you can just write here and you can just check with the length. It's a function to count the length of the variable. Like we have total four variables, 1 2 3 4. Okay, like this you can check of the end. Suppose we have a db here. Okay, let's check with the length of the db. So as you enter, we get a 3. Like this we have seen about multiple functions. Okay, what all the functions we have seen? We have seen about the length function, then we have seen about the append function, how to create a list. Okay, you can create list like this, variables, and what all those things you want to put into it. So all this was in this total video. If you like the video, please share and subscribe, and if you have any query you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching my video. Thank you.